Hey guys, welcome back to 1776 or Bust. So today we're going to be taking a look at this guy right here. And if you haven't noticed, it does say Olight right there. And on the other side, it says I'll make sure I get that right, the S2R Baton. Now this is exactly like the S2 Baton. The only difference is the R stands for rechargeable. And just like the other light that I did, the Mini Valkyrie, you'll notice that it has that little tail cap right there that's magnetic. You basically attach this little recharging device on the bottom of it, and then you plug this end into any USB port, whether it's in your computer or even on the wall as a wall charger, and it'll recharge it fairly quickly. You know, this little light is actually extremely powerful. As a matter of fact, I'm going to shut off the lights in here, but I'm also going to show you a video outside that I was taking last night. And it's kind of funny because I'm sure my neighbors were probably saying, what is this guy doing? Because I was out there flashing a light with a camera, just trying to be able to see if I could tell or if I'd be able to show that to you. And I think the footage is okay, but you know, it is what it is at this point. But overall, you're looking at about 1,020 lumens, you know, about 500-foot distance for a beam. I think overall time frame, and I'm looking at some of the notes that I took here, but if you have it at the full 1020 lumens, you're basically looking at a 3-hour, 10-minute time frame to run the battery. And that's pretty impressive for this little guy. Now, if you're like me and you live in a rural area and you go out at night, or let's say you have a dog and you're walking your dog at night, this little light actually packs quite a punch of brightness. And I would highly recommend it. I've been carrying this now for a little bit over a week. It's dropped a few times. It's got no chips or dings on it, so it's pretty well built. Definitely like the little clip they have right there. So if you want to put that on a belt or, you know, whatever you want to put it on, it'll hold on to that. It's got a nice rigidity to it. And of course, it does come with a lanyard loop. So if you are going to use it, I would definitely recommend, especially in an outdoor situation, just wrap it around your wrist, turn the light on, and then in case somebody, you know, approaches you, if you have to use both hands, you can do that, or you can go, yeah, like that and hit them with it. But, you know, I wouldn't recommend it for that. But, overall, man, this light is pretty phenomenal. And again, I was a skeptic of Olight. I am now becoming a believer in their products for the simple fact that they are very well built and they're extremely bright and extremely usable. So I'm going to shut off the lights right now in here, except for the one that's facing the or around the camera. So give me 1 second. Let's turn the lights off. And you can see it's still quite bright in the room, so to speak, because I do have some lights right there, as you can tell. But just to give you an idea, I'm going to flash behind me, and you can just see how bright that light is against the wall. And again, if I put it on my face, it really does wash out my face considerably, which is kind of cool. Now that's the lower setting. The brighter setting is even brighter than that. You can see it's almost like the sun is behind me. And as you can see, this will irritate somebody in the eyes. I would not recommend looking into this for a long period of time. But then I think what also is a great point of this light is the third stage, which if you activate it with 3 clicks on the button, you'll notice it's a strobing effect. Now again, this is a very effective tool to use when confusing someone, when trying to, you know, kind of disorient someone, especially in a self-defense situation. So I'm going to turn on the lights back on, if I can see. I might have to use this Olight so I can see where my lights are. There we go. So, I mean, overall, this light it packs quite a punch for such a small little package. And one of the things that I would say to you is if you're looking for a good quality light to carry with you in your pocket every day, just in case you're going to need it at night, I would highly recommend this flashlight. You know, are there some issues with the light? Not anything major. There are some things that I'd like to see maybe change a little bit differently. I'd like to see the button maybe come out a little bit more to activate the light. Now, I know that might cause a problem of, you know, activation when you don't want it to, but I've just noticed that I just wish it was a little bit more pronounced there. So as you're kind of going up the length of the flashlight, you can definitely feel it and get a little bit more of a positive click on there. But other than that, when it's on the highest setting, this does generate a little bit of heat in the front here. But is that anything to worry about? Are you going to get second-degree burns by it? Probably not. Or first-degree burns? Probably not. But that's just something to take note of. Other than that, very pleased with the product. It is something that I would highly recommend. And I'm not saying that just to, you know, kind of sell you a flashlight. I'm saying it because I've been using it. And I have to tell you that I am extremely impressed with it. I'm very excited to actually be carrying this because, again, I never really carried a flashlight with me. But now that I have this, I most certainly have been, and I couldn't be any happier. So let's take a look at some footage at night, and then we'll come back and I'll say goodbye. All right, so we are totally in the dark outside. Right behind me is my truck, and over here is a little bit of a grassy field. So I'm going to do my best to try to show this on camera so you guys can take a look at this. But here's a little bit of a, just to get an idea, you know, before the light was on, you can see barely those tires over there. And then once you get over to the tires and you put the flashlight on, this is on the low setting. You can definitely see how significantly different this is, or brighter I should say, which is really nice. And then this is the second setting. So that's even brighter. And you can see it's a good amount of beam there. Now again, it's a little bit more difficult to see on camera, just for the simple fact that you know, this phone camera isn't going to be the best in nighttime taking a film. But you can see as I'm walking in the back here, if you guys are out in a rural area and you're going to be out at night, you know, not only is it important to carry a handgun, in my opinion, but also to have a light to be able to identify if anything is out there. Wolves, bears, coyotes, that type of stuff. So I would highly recommend a light like this. And then this is the third setting, which is the strobe effect. And as you guys can see, it's pretty powerful stuff. It's pretty bright. It does a wonderful job. So Olight has a winner. I would highly recommend this for anybody out there in the rural areas who are going to be out at night. So let's go back to the table. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that footage at night. Again, like I said, extremely bright. I think this is a very usable light for people, again, who are going to be outdoors. You know, I know for me locally, I do have a family of bear that come out every spring. And I know being out at night, it's very dark around here. We don't have really any street lights. And so as a result, when you put this thing on, it lights up a good portion of the street, a good portion of the wooded area around my home. And as a result, it makes me feel a little bit more secure. You know, overall, like I said, guys, for about $70+ you can go on the Olight website, pick one of these up. And I would highly recommend it, especially if you're going to be carrying at night, especially if you're going to be out in areas like I am, for instance. I would highly recommend having a small usable flashlight that really can really blind somebody if you wanted to. So overall, great product. Again, I'm so you know, appreciative of Olight sending the flashlight, but more importantly, I'm really appreciating the fact that I was able to get my hands on one of these and really find out if it's worth all the hype. So in my opinion, definitely worth the hype. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what you think about the Olight product, and tell me if you'd be willing to buy one of these, because it is, in my opinion, a very bright, usable flashlight, especially for self-defense situations. So I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe as always, and freedom is never free.